to see the result of this game.
It's more fun when we just come right into it and we're already talking and I just unmute it. Welcome to London Football TV Live.
Action.
Yeah. Hey, 10 seconds ago. What's happening, fellas? Hey, week 5's wrapped. We're looking at playoffs. We got Blue Jays madness going on right now. The Lions won last night. Life is good in the world of sport, fellas. And welcome to week 5 recap and playoffs and bowl game predictions. Adam Melrose, the coach Ron, Everett, Joe's back in the house this week, and the Shervs down on the end. And fellas, let's dive right into it in what was a Dylan and Joe with the correct pick on this one, a 33-28 affair for Glendale. Right?
I got to thank Ron for this one.
Oh, you're welcome.
I went on the wagon for it. I'm surprised you came off.
You're welcome. Really good game. Two very, very competitive teams. We kind of said last week this was kind of be who's 3, who's 4. Glendale really showed out, and shout out to the Glendale Gemini down in Tilsonburg for a very impressive victory, despite the fact I picked against you.
So no clips from this one, but let's rip into the next game. So East Elgin with quite the showing over Westminster. Now listen, me and Joe were pulling for y'all at Westminster, but this was a bit of a coin flip pick for me. But I went on the ride with you on this one, Joe. But I think the East Elgin showing that they know what's going on, but Westminster still kept them to 27. This wasn't like one of our classic 35-0s that we don't know if it was more. So hey, we talked about this last week too. Westminster, great leadership there, good coaching. Excited to watch that program over the next couple of years.
And then I think they also had their first string and second string quarterback out too, right? So that also is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, that when you got to go straight Wildcat at this point. So this is the battle of yellow and blue on both sides. I don't know what jerseys they ended up wearing, but Everett, the shrine is still glowing with candles and your picture and everything.
There's room on the Cougars bandwagon, so I'm glad that you guys came on it, and welcome. Ride it.
Absolutely. And I think we do have a clip from this game, actually. So Daniel Howard with the TFL.
Color Rush game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they even sent us the slowed down clip, which I appreciate. So, get it. So Danielle Howard, it's spelled Danielle. I'm sure we're saying it wrong still. But well done on a nice little TFL there in this one. So in Montcalm, we believe.
Yep.
I was going to say a little bit, we're all coaches here. There's some good form tackling there. Hit and wrap, got it. And once he got a hold of the running back there, he wasn't going to let go. So
Defeated the block at the line of scrimmage too. Like shot that gap right away.
Yeah. Let's go to the replay.
They did say that their defense was going to be ready, so good to see that.
Well, and what my favorite thing is that he didn't decide to just body check him in the backfield and allow him to run for 40 yards, which we see a lot of. That's a well-coached player right there.
A little gator roll at the end,
yeah. Just give him a little extra love at the end of that tackle. So let's jump in. Ingersoll and Saunders. I rushed from my game at Medway. And to be fair, I haven't been to IDCI in a long time. Like, I think I DJ'd at high school dance there like 12 years ago, and even then I got lost. But I didn't know they had like the practice field and then the field down behind the school. So I drove by what the address said, and I'm like, okay, that's an empty field because I couldn't see because of the cars. So I'm driving around Ingersoll. Like, I literally stop, and I'm like, kid, do you know where IDCI is? And the guy's like, yeah, it's right there. And I'm like, oh, okay, idiot. So anyway, I get there. They start the game early. My plan was to stream this one. But I literally had like -2 bars of data when I got to the field. So, maybe one day we'll get that 3G in Ingersoll or, at best an LTE connection. But didn't happen. So I said, hey, you know what? The boys are still excited. I'll stay here and I'll do a highlight. We all had Saunders on this one. But I tell you what, man, IDCI looked really, really good in this game. And this was an even matchup. And literally, a 7-7 affair. I've got the IDCI touchdown. There's a nice little pass here to the field. Yeah. Double coverage, pulls that one in. Sideline goes nuts. And then we've got the Liam Haggerty touchdown here as well, too. And, hats off. We've talked a lot about Liam Haggerty this season, but definitely a threat on both sides of the ball for Saunders. But IDCI had him. This was a well-coached game, and you could tell the prep was done here. Like,
The
So-
stand-up one
Very.
tech was definitely a bit odd on that one, so good for presenting something new there.
Right? Yeah.
The Jake Kirk Bowl, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Adam, how, like 7-7, was it defense versus defense? What was the kind of story of
You
this
know what?
game?
Every drive, I'm like thinking like they're going to score. Like and they'd march for 40, 50, 60 yards in a drive, and then it would just sort of fall apart.
Both
Right.
teams?
And then it was so even. Like there wasn't really a tilt at all here, right? And really that Saunders touchdown was late in the game. And both teams hyped up. But yeah, it was like everybody moving the ball well, but then they would just hit a brick wall when they got to about the 30-yard line. And it was only those few times they were able to work past it that they scored. So I think there were a couple of missed field goals
I
from
heard that too.
yeah, but some attempts out there, but yeah, I mean, and actually, I really liked if we could get a good data connection there, a nice facility. They had the little ref volleyball thing ready for me, which was great. I got a message that morning. But there's also a great hill from the other side. If we ever could do a broadcast of some kind there, or even if we just went and recorded it and put it up afterwards, there's a great hill to film from. So thanks for having us out here, IDCI, and congrats on the tie because you put it to Saunders pretty good there, and you could tell the frustration a bit from Saunders because they were thinking they were going to get in there and get it done. But and a lot of IDCI dads coming over thanking us all for our efforts here on the show, and they all we all watch every week. A couple of beers in the garage. So
All right.
I mean we're doing this with Gatorade. We'll upgrade next year if we get a sponsor from like Steam Whistle or something. We'll put a little beers in front of us here. So let's talk Cass Strathroy in a 35-21. We all had Cass on this one. Again, with the lack of huddle or a lot of clips or anything like that, I haven't heard much about this game. So anybody here have any facts on this one?
No. I think that what a lot of us had thought in terms of this game, pick the best player on the field. Peach, best player on the field. The result that was kind of expected. I'm really happy that Strathroy put up a fight, though.
Yeah.
What I heard in this game was Cass kind of dominated, took the foot off, a couple late touchdowns. Score was a little bit closer than the game probably was. Is,
Right.
Again, what I heard.
Well, even we went and did that Montcalm Strathroy game, and that senior Strathroy team was very good.
Yes.
And had a nice, good game there with Montcalm that one a couple
Yeah,
times.
and no
So
quit in them.
Yeah.
Absolutely no quit.
oh yeah, for sure. Well, let's keep it rolling, and that should be everything for that tier. And let's go with maybe my favorite DM of the week. Right after this game, I think Joe, you had it, you shared it. The whole STA bus losing their mind in Joe we trust, and the lone wolf pick, man. Like, fill us in. What did you know here? Come on.
Just elite ball knowledge, I guess.
Yeah. This was a surprise. Now, let's talk about Parkside, though. I know, Ron, you had a bit of information on Parkside. I think Sheriff's maybe you did as well, too. So Parkside, somebody's out of the game, so fill us in.
So Ward, their quarterback, goes out in the game. McBurney goes in. He's a great ball player, but you don't take any reps at quarterback. He's a three-point shooter. He's not the point guard. He needs to get the money shot. He can't be the one delivering the ball. And it's just, I think giving him a bit more time, there'll be a better game plan in effect for him. But in the short pinch, and again, STA's got some linebackers. They've got some absolute dogs at linebacker, and kudos to the Flames.
Yep.
Is that so? That Parkside kid's out this week too?
I have not heard. I haven't heard if Ward's in or out.
I would think that, playoffs first week, unless it was a major injury, then, things change. But this game actually shook up a lot of things for the playoff tree as well. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say it's me.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving then. Well,
It's not about you.
Medway, Medway doing what Medway does and pulling off a big W here. All of us in the poll had them at 70%. Basically this putting Lucas into, I think, last place or fifth. With this loss, but Medway having a nice day. Landry having a big day again. Landry, I saw you pre-game before I left for Ingersoll. You said you were going to send me some clips and you're going to have a big game. I believe you, but I saw nothing, brother. So I know you're watching right now. So we can't highlight y'all if you don't send me the clips, all right? So
Getting called out.
I know. Well, that's even, what I've been doing every week now is messaging the Instagram pages directly saying, do you have any clips from your games last week? And some teams send them right away. And we didn't get as many offensive nominations this week either, but defense and specials we got a bunch too. So I don't know if you guys don't want the nominations, we move on. I do appreciate it, but we'll figure it out. Moving on, South pulling a big one over Laurier here, and Captain Ron getting the Mason Thorne salute in the DMs after this one too. Another lone wolf pick, and I saw these guys at the MTS Oak Ridge game, and a couple of South guys, and you get a little jeer from the ground level when I was up on the shed. But Ronnie, pulling this one out. I know Captain Stenning will be happy with your pick as well.
Again, it's just knowing the coaching staff, knowing the quality of players that they have there, not taking anything against Laurier. South was just bigger, and I thought that the size, they could match up speed with Laurier. There's one of the few teams I think that can. And size-wise, I really thought that was going to be the advantage for South.
Yeah, well, and they pull it off. Congrats in the 21-0. And CCH, of course, we got probably the longest monologue from you in LFTV Live. I liked it. It was well thought out.
I did get some love in the hallways.
Of course.
Some of the players there didn't go the way they wanted, but hey, CCH played well in this game. No surprise to us who have seen them play. But St. Joe's in this game, they played well. There's some positives. The defense, which their defense has been good all year. 2 interceptions in the game. Their offense, they were moving the chains. It was the score did not go their way, but there are some positives for St. Joe's that they can draw in this game.
I'll give you some positive, St. Joe's. This is some of the nicest, highest film in the league right now.
It is.
And I know this is one of those tower cams, and it looks like whoever's controlling it's pretty good at it too. Because when I got your junior film, hats off to your film guy, because this was some of the nicest film I've been able to look at in a while. I got the CCH film from them playing Sab, and it was like the classic end zone. Mm-hmm. Of course, as soon as anybody scores in the north part of that one end zone, it's just like, oh, there's a window frame there. That's funny. it's quality film.
Yeah, it is good film. I believe it's a parent of that's either on one of our teams that has that tower type of thing and comes and helps and films for both the games. So definitely, that's again one of the nice things about high school football is that community aspect. People want to pitch in and help. So yeah.
As somebody who struggles finding elevated areas to film from, I love seeing great film. So all other schools could take great notes here from Joe's. Obviously, the clip we had playing there was a pass from Troupish to Fleury. We had a nice pass to Serpa as well in this game too. But one clip for CCH. Moving on to the Sab Banting. This is the Barrel Bowl, if I'm not...
The Bellemere Barrel,
the Bellemere, yeah. And I think we do have... What do we have for this? Oh, we got nothing. Okay, perfect. Well, I thought we had a clip. So, hey, live TV. I had the clip I had was them running over with the barrel. And what I understand, too, is I did have a couple clips from Sab, and they just wouldn't download properly. But I believe this was a passing touchdown late in the game, late in the game to win this one. So, but Banting putting up, some of their highest points of the season too.
Yeah, shout out to Banting that really came to play in this game. They again, one of those teams that I think they're going to be a lot better next year than they were this year, just was so young. But seeing where they started and where they progressed to, that's a quality football team that they just played. And they almost had it.
Yeah, I was surprised when we got the text in our chat about how close this game was. Again, no disrespect, but yeah, that shows how quality Sab is of a team. And if they were up on them late in the game like that, that's positives for Banting going into, in the final week of the season.
Yep, 100%. Well, Oak Ridge MTS, we got a chance to go stream this one again. Thanks to the MTS administration for actually being really excited that we were coming and basically, rolled out the red carpet and let me go up on their little field house and do a broadcast from there. We will absolutely do more broadcasts from MTS. I hope you guys go far. Or next year, I know it's a great spot to do it. There's power, there's great internet, and life is good. So that might be a new satellite location for London Football TV games where we can easily go get a game done because it's perfect. Aside from I parked in the bus area behind the school there because did you know there's 2,500 kids that go to that school and they have 37 buses that come at the end of the day? So I was unloading and I was getting just sneered at by the bus drivers. Like they were stopping to stare me down and then drive off to go park in one of their spots. I'm like, what's going on? But the principal came over. He's like, don't take it personal. Like you're just in their way. I will move. So anyway, back into the game. Nice little win here for Oak Ridge. And I've got the MTS score was a defensive fumble recovery
Wardrobe
here from
malfunction,
number
3-by-1 Queen. Areza sends Keeve out to the field side. Areza's just going to keep this one. Is met in the backfield. The ball's out. But the Oak Ridge O-lineman, no, he doesn't get on it. Number 4 of the MTS Spartans is going to house call this. No flags. Touchdowns.
Oak Ridge. This is the pass to, I believe this is Jacob Jones. And thank you again for being in the chat, because I got there and MTS had a roster for me. And then
31
Oak Ridge was
Queen,
like, here's the
2-man in
6 numbers
motion.
that you might need. I was like, all right. And then there were guys
Areza.
numbers I didn't have, but really nice job.
Sends this one across the middle. Finds his man in number 19. 19 makes a nice cut. 19's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge.
Second game back, and then also a lot of these receivers are in grade 11 or even first year football. Jacob Jones has never caught football before.
Right.
Or before the season, and then great receiver at all. So
All right.
yeah, which he was
31 Queen, 2-man in motion.
yeah, he's gonna have a great experience. He's great kids.
Areza
And then Areza getting
sends this one across the middle. Finds his man in number 19. 19 makes a nice cut. 19's going to find the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, he's getting better every single week as well. So he's a great kid.
Yeah, really great job. And yeah, really the other 2 scores coming from him on keepers.
Yep.
And pulling that one off. So Oak Ridge doing a nice little job here. And let's go into the divisions. Actually, let me put the games away for a second. And
The standings? Do we have the standings?
Yeah.
Or we do the
Yeah, here we go. Back one more here. So I think no surprises here, gentlemen. CCH pulling the 5-0. The one thing I was going to put up today was our original power rankings. I was trying to see like
Yes.
how many of us got like at least the positions right, and I think in this division more guys had things correct here than in the other one. But I think the Darnell division was just wild this year with the ties and everything else going on here. So obviously CCH pulling it out, Sab, Oak Ridge, Joe's, Banting, and MTS pulling it. But I want to talk MTS for a second here too, obviously because I just did that game too. And we said this last week, that is going to be a dangerous team next year. Trotman and Carter and the variety of them, like Simmons, I think too was in the backfield too. Like all athletes, but they're all grade 11s. And I think if those boys keep working, I know they're summer ball players too. I think they come back in the fall next year and become a problem for teams.
And not just to mention that their head coach has an entire offseason with them as well.
Correct.
Right? He's going to get integrated into the school, integrated into the program, elevate that program for sure from, hopefully to new highs where they were previously. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see another good football mind spread out amongst the city.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and let's move to the Darnell, where I think a bulk of us had Medway at number 1 here in the original power rankings, and South just right behind it there, Ron. I know you had them winning this one out.
I had this
The flip.
those 2 reversed.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing most people got wrong was Lucas, which was
Yes.
one of the bigger surprises of the year. And, just so many big injuries near the end of the year, especially just didn't pull it off. I believe they are, as of the TVRA website, is sorted by points against. So they're actually, this should be Lucas in 6th and STA in 5th. Just to, if we're following the TVRA, or maybe that's wrong. Regardless, those guys are going to be playing in a consolation game, and the top 4 certainly moving on.
Now, the crazy thing is, though, is that before last week, Parkside was in the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
So that loss to STA really dropped them down, and now they have a first-round matchup against CCH. It's really hard.
That's a tough matchup. And again,
That sentence.
sorry.
Yeah. Being in 4th place, having to play CCH first week of the playoffs, I wouldn't know anything about that
Oh, yeah,
at
sure.
all.
Yeah.
Junior
At
ball.
Sorry about that.
too.
At CCH too, yeah. It's
It's
good
raining
times.
this week too.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. It's going to be a heck of a game.
Yep.
All right.
Fine, the grass there's in really good shape.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it, there's
Yeah.
it doesn't take them as long to cut too, because it's tiny.
And it's rounded.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's talk the top 5 in the Williamson, and Saunders, Ingersoll, Cass, Glendale, and Clark Road bumping up there. And again here too, 3-2-0, 3-2-0, 3-2-0. And that top, kind of interesting, was really expecting, Ingersoll or Saunders to go 5-0 on this. But again, I think that's probably a good indication of what we'll see at the finals at this level.
There's
Now,
sleeper,
do the
there's a
top
sleeper.
8
Yeah.
Or is the sleeper? Hit
And
me with it,
even,
Ron.
do the top
think
8
there's
make
two
playoffs
sleepers.
here, or is it just the top?
I think it's the top. Yeah, because
Six, 'cause then
there's
one and two
3
get
bowl
buys?
games. There's 3 bowl games.
Okay.
So I think because they've got more, they're
How
they're
do
playing
we do
this.
6? Gotta do like
1 and 2
4
get
or eight?
buys.
Buys.
Oh, okay.
But you look, we flip. I don't want to like spoiler. Flip to the next part.
Yeah.
3 and 2, 3 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
So like this
Yeah.
this division is Montcalm and East Elgin also in there at 3 and 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, really, the only reason this is a 2-pager is because this would cover all of us, and I guess we could do that for this portion of it. But I know you guys like seeing us from the belly up, so here we are. So let's. Do we go scoreboard?
We go
Should we go
scoreboard.
scoreboard?
leading
Yeah.
into the
Okay. Or do we do players of the week first?
Players of the week.
Okay.
PO
dubs.
Players
PO
first.
dubs.
Players
All right.
first.
All
Players
right.
first.
So
It's
let's
not about us.
Let's jump into Dorian Park, who plays for Glendale. 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving, and against Clark Road here.
I
So
like those jerseys.
yeah, this is it's a little zoomed out, but beautiful touchdown. So Dorian Park was one of 3 offensive players nominated this week. So another guy had already won it. So I was like, oh, let's. I like the stats. Let's jump into the defensive player of the week. Got this earlier in the season as well too. Nathan Cantor, 3 sacks and a strip sack and 2 TFLs, and it does a pretty. Let's just say he was good friends with Mr. Sean Malik in this game, or was that might have been Broad. Regardless, yeah, and
Knock knock. Who's there? Nathan
Yeah.
Cantor.
exactly, yeah, and if he's not there,
Brings a tear to my
Weston
eye.
Gower. Now, Ron, I know this one might be special for you.
Absolutely, it is.
Because
How far are we on this?
this is
Adam?
a 46-yard
46
field goal.
yard field
Yeah,
goal attempt.
and I wish I had your graphic ready,
And I'm
but
gonna
here it
say
is.
now.
Yeah.
Boom! Kickers are people too.
So my favorite thing is, you guys get this because you've been there with me before. But I'm, filming, doing the clock, and doing play-by-play all at the same time in this thing. And I literally was like, I think in the commentary I'm saying like, oh, they're getting ready for the punt. And then I'm like, wait a minute, it's a freaking field goal. So like, yeah, idiot. But yeah, 46-yarder. And I'm like, immediately, yeah, Ron is gonna dig this one. And
This is
Gotta
that-
be the special
and
teams.
you know what? That's
that is-
probably good from 2 or 3 more yards out.
yeah, that is Jonathan Letsos.
and that is by the skin of the teeth. See the guy coming off the edge
And
on
I-
the far side there? Like,
I believe he's in grade 11 as well. So,
Wow.
like,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have to
that's-
confirm, but yeah, he's
like
definitely.
this is good edge rushing. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid's sold out.
Good angle and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Like he just, if he was just probably a little bit more in front of it, he might have got it.
Yeah.
Because like when you're kicking that, especially at that distance, you can't just pop it up. It's not like a regular kick. You got to drive it more to get it up there. So that's why you tend to get those blocked more. But this is a great kick by that.
Well, and the last thing I want to talk about here, I thought this was kind of cool. This is Jose Mendoza,
Yeah.
who got nominated for 6 chest bumps, 7 fist bumps, and 1 barrel. You know what? It's always awesome when you see the guys that are on the sidelines that are more hyped than the rest of the team
Yeah.
because they're not playing. But yeah, I had to. This is our honorary player of the week this week, just because his team showed him a little bit of love here. But there's our players of the week. We can hide the. Oh, no, bring that one back, and let's do it. Ronnie, first place, and I'd like to present you with this year's top producer award. And coming in with 39, Everett just nipping at your heels on this one at 38. Dylan making probably the biggest climb of the season.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the Instagram poll putting Joe and I to shame. So it's, but yeah, a great season of picks here, boys. But yeah, Ronnie just pulling this one out, man, as our.
what does it say
Beal?
there on it?
It's
top producer.
Top producer.
I was
What did you produce? Picks. Winning
Picks.
picks.
Yeah.
That's the output. Yeah.
To be fair, I was trying to find one that said like bowling champion 1985,
Nice.
but this is an old thing we used to give it to salespeople here at this office. But here we go. So yeah,
The lone wolf pick at the start of the year for Beal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to end the year with South.
Wow. That's
All right. Well, let's get rid of this and let's go into the games and we can start talking this. So the 2 Wednesday games being tomorrow's game at 11 and 2:15 are bowl games. So these are consolation games. Boys getting one more game. So we've got MTS at Lucas and Banting playing STA. So why don't we start with you, Shervs, on this one? I guess we'll still pick the bowl
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
for
of
sure.
course. Mother Teresa's been really, really hot on the defensive side of the ball the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, their offense just hasn't found it yet. And I think the strength of this Lucas team is their defense. So, last game for Sean Malik and the boys, I'm going to take Lucas here, but it's going to be really close.
Yeah. Okay, Joe?
Is Lucas healthy now? Like the injuries are cleared up?
It is so QB2 is starting.
Okay.
Because Sean Malik is out, so it'll be Maddox Brout and RB2 and RB3 are still healthy, to the best of my knowledge.
All right, give me Sparty. Give me
Okay.
Sparty.
Sparties. Everett?
Yeah, what you told me with the injuries there, and me watching that MTS game at St. Joe's, thought they played a really good game, and they were excited. They're kind of coming together, gelling as a team. So I'm gonna go MTS in this one.
Ron, hit me with it, brother.
Next year starts right now for the Spartans. I'm taking MTS.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be with you guys on that one too. I love my Vikings, but they're a little beat up right now. They've been having a great week of practice, but I think after seeing how hungry MTS is right now, they're going to want to go and make a statement in this game, even though it's a bowl game. And like I said, watch out for this team next year. So I'm going Spartans on this one too. In the matchup, in the afternoon bowl game, Banting at STA. I'm thinking, STA is going to be pretty pumped coming off the win last week, but I think 6 points. I think Banting just had one of the best games they've had all season. So based on I think there's going to be a momentum for both of these teams. I'm picking Banting in this one though. Ron?
Yeah, this is a really, really one of the better games. Like this could be a playoff game. What we kind of thought was going to be a playoff game at the start of the year. Two very good football teams. Banting seems to have found their groove. So have the Flames. I'm taking STA.
Okay. All right.
So this game, in addition, people say the bowl games it's just an extra game. This game has massive implications when it comes to the relegation. Who gets relegated? Because right now, currently, STA is sitting at 2-7, and that is combined record. And St. Joe's is at 3-7, our combined record. So both these two teams, again, I'm going to go with Banting on this one. Going to acknowledge some bias here. I'm at St. Joe's, so I don't want our program to get relegated. We're going to have a successful, our junior team going to win. And again, the rules. Crusaders alumni can't pick STA.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think one is top 3 player in the city at Banting. I don't know. SC's not very difficult to play at, but I got roll Flames, man. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Shervs?
Yeah, like Joe mentioned, McBurney's probably the best, top 3 player in the conference. He's going to be the best player on the field in this game. With the momentum that they got coming in from that game against Sab. Now I'm interested in wondering what Banting's junior record is too, because obviously they were 1-4.
So you
this
want
year.
Banting's combined record here is 3-7.
Exactly.
South's
right?
combined record is also 3-7.
Wow.
St. Joe's is at 3-7. So this is like the games within a game. STA is at 2-7 combined. The fact that saying out loud that STA is in threat of getting potentially relegated to the people that have been around for a while, like that's
It's hard.
Yeah,
right.
that just
But it also, like, for me, it says that football in London is growing where, they call them blue blood schools, right? Like an STA where you can always go there and find OUA talent to now be pushed to potentially tier 2. That's really difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
and
So-
also, hey, Oak Ridge combined 3-7 record
yeah,
as well.
not very good.
So
we
yeah.
needed the junior team to do something this year.
it's
McBurney might be the best player on the field. Jack Peterson is
Yes.
a special
He's
linebacker.
legit.
Oh yeah.
Christian Matheson's also there. They've got some, it's offense versus defense. And
Which is awesome. It'll be a fun game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch.
I'm gonna go watch. Yeah.
the weather
All right.
being what it is, and it's starting to get colder and muckier, I always lean toward the better defense. I think STA has the better defense.
All right. And pardon me if you said
So
it.
I'm picking Banting.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. I was like, I know roll Flames,
No, you're
but I'm
good.
like, I don't remember if Shervs picked you.
I can't
gotta-
pick STA.
Yeah.
So.
I gotta go. All right. That's fair. I gotta go back and rewatch this half the time too.
Yeah.
I need a new note taker. If you'd like to get volunteer hours in 2026,
Add my AI.
yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, yeah. We really should. Yeah, that'll be the new piece of tech. So let's jump into Thursday, where we do have another bowl game to start the game, or start the day at 11 with Strathroy at Westminster. So why don't we roll down there with you, Shervs?
Yeah, I think that based off of what we've seen this year, Strathroy can compete with some of the better teams in the conference. Just unfortunate that they weren't able to pull out some close games. Westminster, I think next year is going to be the year they put a lot of stuff together. So I'm going Strathroy here.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, go Saints.
Yep.
Strathroy, I think they break their streak. Saints.
Yeah, Strathroy is a very good football team. They got some really good playmakers out there. They were a young team. I just think that in ways of the program, Strathroy is just a little ahead of Westminster right now. I'll take the Saints.
Okay, same with me as well too. So we have a quorum. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know how that works. All right, English is not my strong suit. Let's move to Beal Saunders. Let's start with Joe on this one.
Team Tie Cats here.
We got to get a new sticker for that, or a new thing.
It's the Tie Cats and the Buffalo Sabres logos combined.
I like it.
The old, like vintage Sabres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, actually. I never made that connection, and I appreciate you, Joe, for making that connection. Everett, let's work this way.
Saunders is just loaded everywhere. Their offense is incredible. Their defense is, only allowed like 2 scores, combined totals worth of 2 scores all year. Beal has shown some promise, but I think they're outmatched in this one. Saunders.
Okay, Ron?
Yeah, this is the 1 versus 8 matchup. We were wondering if there are going to be buys. No, there's
Nope.
not. Saunders.
Yeah, I got to go Saunders all day on this one, too. And Sherv, down at your end?
Saunders for sure. Beal unfortunately doesn't have the Beal Raiders. They don't
Yes.
got the horses to keep up with the Tie Cats here.
Gotcha. Well, let's flip to the other game in the same division, East Elgin at IDCI. And why don't we start with you, Shervs?
IDCI again. Their offensive and defensive lines are too good. They're too good for this division. They could play up in Tier 1. Obviously, the skill positions might have some issues, but we've all said it ad nauseum through the entire season. When it gets to this point in the year, you have to be able to run the football, and Ingersoll does that probably just as good as any other team in the division.
Absolutely. Joe, let's work this
I
way.
feel like I disrespected East Elgin too much the last couple of weeks. I'm going East Elgin.
I like it. Purely on vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Everett?
I don't have a coin today, so.
I'm a vibes guy as well, but I'm not going to be going on that vibes. My vibes are rolling more towards IDCI. Again, I think they're one of the front runners in that division, have been all year for a reason, rightfully so. I think East Elgin will have some momentum going into the playoffs, coming off a win, but I don't think it's enough momentum to get past the Bombers.
All right, Ron?
Said it at the start of the year that this offensive line is good enough to play in Tier 1. They've got studs everywhere. There's 3 kids on this team that can play CIS on the offensive line. They are great kids. They've got talent. They've got big receivers. Go Bombers.
Absolutely. I'm going to go IDCI too. And, interesting the comments of kids that can play in the OUA and things like that too. I've been to a bunch of these Tier 2 teams or games, and it's nice to still see the scouts there, right? Like you always see them at the Darnell and Cercelli games, but I've absolutely seen them at all the Tier 2 games that I've gone to, and I think it's exciting, even if they're just there to
Question: Who does the best job of that second level recruiting? Like, who do you see the most at those games?
I forget the gentleman's name, and I apologize. There's a guy from Laurier.
Yeah,
older
he's done a
gentleman,
lot
I
of
was gonna
games.
say,
Who is? I know he lives
he's
in London.
everywhere.
He's everywhere, but he's
Yeah.
always there. And then
He's a beauty.
the guy from Guelph is usually around, and of course there's Western guys and things like that too. But it's cool to see, and now you'll definitely see. We always get the herd of OUA guys over on the player in between the benches. But I remember I think it was last year at Citywide. The referees actually asked all the scouts to go to the end zone because the kids were trying to get their attention and stuff like that mid game. So it'd be interesting to see if they get moved this year.
I don't want to sidetrack us here, but talking OUA scouts, Western got a 60-piece put up on them this weekend. Like, yikes.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
No.
right.
that was.
We'll
Play the wind in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Play the wind.
And it's not just scouts from even just in Ontario schools. There are scouts from out east that are also looking for players for programs that are rebuilding. And
Yeah.
so for kids that might not, get the higher tier scholarships. Like there's at least good football to play even in Eastern and Western Canada. So don't take those offers lightly. Give them the respect that they deserve.
Well,
and take a look, right? Take a good look at it.
I was chatting with the guy from Okanagan even who he actually thanked us for all the highlights and stuff we do because he's like, oh, it makes it real easy for me to scout who I need to talk to in London.
Exactly.
So let's jump back into it, boys. Tangent over. And I started it, so it's all good. Let's talk Montcalm at Cass, and let's start with you, Everett.
This game here, this is a great matchup. Both teams 3-2, both two strong teams here. This is a mirror image type of a game where you could say this game going either way. I've said the last couple of years, this is a tough game for me. My dad, College Ave alumni, Knights, that tradition. Woodstock, big Woodstock guy, Fritzies, love me a Fritzies French fry. So I've got some Knights blood in me somewhere. But, that's a big but. The panel last year and this year, I've been a Montcalm Cougars guy since day one. Last year, I was hyping you up. This year, I'm leading the Montcalm bandwagon. And get some wins this year. First year, 3 wins. First year that the program has had wins in 7+ years. And that you saw it at the game. This team is a team. They're playing for each other. They like each other. They believe, and that means something any time of the year, especially when it comes to the playoffs. And in a game that's 2 evenly matched teams, I'm going to take the defense. One of our guys in the chat last week was Montcalm. He's on the defense. Says, "Don't worry, I got the defense on lock." Get it on lock again this week. Give me the Cougars. First playoff win in I don't know how long, but I love it.
I love it. Joe, let's go to you.
Me and Mr. Everett will be celebrating a Cass victory on whatever day this is, at whatever time it's at.
I wanted to go, truthfully, but it's in Woodstock. That's tough for
See,
me to
that's
get
another
to.
advantage.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to rip over from St. T. All right. So you're picking Cass, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm picking Montcalm here.
Okay,
I think
let's
that
go.
They will have the size. They're big kids. They have that big, double tight formation they love to run out of. Not also like just the players are playing better, but they've augmented the coaching staff as well. Spencer Bowman there helping out, great offensive mind, great quarterback coach within the city, still plays even at 29, 30 years
37?
old. Exactly, 37 man. That's still football. So like someone who's still
Spence
involved
is great though.
He's
That's
a great
not
guy. No, he's a great guy. I've fortunately enough I played with him in long time ago. Played against him in high school, but yeah, he's a great guy, and he's really having this Montcalm offense rolling at the right time. And they can run the ball with Owen Dixon. And again, every single time we talk about teams and plays and games in October, you have to be able to run the ball. And I think Montcalm will do that this week.
Okay, Ron, what are you thinking?
Owen Dixon gets a lot of the credit for Montcalm. For me, the best player is that defensive player. I think it's Miller or Milner.
Tyson Miller, I think.
Yeah,
Tyson
Miller.
Tyson Miller.
Yeah, great defensive back. Solid team. You being driving that bus.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the bus is coming to an stop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with the Knights and the best player in the conference in Tayshaun Peach.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I already have the artwork made for the Montcalm Do It for Everett shirts. So we're going to get those printed in the off season, a nice bright yellow. I don't wear yellow a lot, but I'll wear that from time to time. I'm with you. I think this team, I've been impressed every time I've seen them play from that first week that I went and got their first half to now and when we saw them in Strathroy and so on. So, yeah, I'm going Cougs on this one for sure. And in the Clark Road Glendale matchup,
The rematch.
Yeah.
the rematch, let's start Joe on this one, and then we'll work Shervs and back this way.
I know nothing about these teams. I'm going with Ron's Glendale pick because I like their colors.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Shervs?
those jerseys are impressive.
Yeah,
I like them.
nice.
They look nice.
Yeah.
I do not like the jerseys. I just like the colors.
That's-
Clarity.
It's really hard to beat a team twice, right? I think we've all experienced that at one point or another. But you still have the home field advantage. You still have, same game plan ready. Work for some slight adjustments. Keep running what's been working. We got you the victory last time. I'm going to go with Glendale here.
Okay. Everett.
Support everything that you guys have said. It is definitely tough to beat a team twice in a season, let alone so close after each other. So I don't know how much you're not at this time of year. You're not really installing too many new plays, right? Maybe a wrinkle here and there, but it is what it is at this point. I think this is going to be a good game. Glendale's on a 3-game heater. Give me Glendale.
Okay. Ron.
4-game heater. Taking the Gemini.
Okay. And I'm going back. I was told earlier this season by Noah Williams, pick Clark Road. Why? Because Clark Road. I'm picking Clark Road in this one.
Reasons.
Yeah.
Very well thought out.
Yeah.
reasons.
I can't argue with that. I
No.
love. Hats off to you, Noah. Great season at the Beefs. All right, let's talk Friday in the Parkside CCH matchup, 1 versus 4 at 2:15. I think this is at Citywide, or is it at CCH?
No, this is at CCH.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is at
at CCH. Let's
Kennedy
start.
Field.
Which CCH alumnus do we start with first? Sherville.
It's 35-0.
Okay. Joe?
Sometimes Michigan State has to play Tulane, and Tulane can win that game sometimes, but not this week.
CCH. Everett?
Yeah, Crusaders have been an absolute machine this year. They've only allowed 11 points against. Their offense been, blowing teams out of the water. Sadly for Parkside, if they've got a couple of injuries, and the fact that this game is at Kennedy Field, the Crusaders, I don't think it's close. Run clock.
Okay. Ron?
I think it'll be closer than you guys think.
Woo.
I've been a big fan of this Parkside team since day one. I really like McBurney. He's a great player. Not great enough. This is a really good football team that they're playing at home on the dirt of Kennedy Field. I'm taking the Crusaders.
Yeah, I got to go CCH on this one, too. I mean, I really enjoyed going to Parkside earlier in the season, doing a couple broadcasts from there. Great atmosphere, great team. But I think if you struggled against STA, it's going to be a whole different thing against the boys in white and blue. So
Ron might be right. Like, Parkside played to their opponent all year.
Yeah.
Like, they had 2 great wins and then 2,
Yeah.
losses.
yeah,
Yeah,
Interesting.
And it's just they're that up and down team. They're going to come out firing. They're going to give them everything they got. And McBurney is an absolute stud of a football player. He's a great linebacker. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball. It's do they have someone to throw it to him,
Yeah.
or is he going to throw it? Is he
Well,
the point guard?
As much respect we give CCH as the team, McBurney might be great, but the same kid who can do the same things, if not better, is Summers, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
He's-
Mason Summers is
yeah,
going to be on
he's
him.
phenomenal. But yeah, it's going to take a Herculean effort from Mr.
yeah.
McBurney.
Does anybody know who Sean Cross is?
Yes, Sean Cross. Sean Cross is a great guy. He is the dad. He's the dad of a Crusader player.
Okay. Well, Sean Cross coming in the chat right now saying if you have a house to bet it on CCH. So we're getting a little love.
You're not getting good odds.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Is it minus 300, minus 500?
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelsey's Wonderland South.
Yeah.
That is Sean's Kelsey's.
Oh, right
Doing a
on.
great job. Yeah.
Nice,
Does
yes.
a great job supporting
That's,
PCH, and I
Kelsey's
know
Westmont.
Saunders.
Yeah.
Saunders
Yeah,
goes
Jimmy
there as
Mustang,
well.
too.
We like chicken wings.
Yeah, we're a big fan. I mean,
Kelsey.
Sherbs and I were at that Westmount. I think it was for the LMFA
Yeah.
end of the year thing, and like
or Junior Mustang.
whatever it was. But like
Yeah.
we got a whole tray to ourselves. It was supposed to be shared between 6
great.
guys. Threatened me with a good time.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
he will go the extra mile. Last year, he volunteered, said, "Hey, I'm coming to all the games. Like, I can be. Do you need someone to run water?" And
Yeah.
he does long distance running. The best water person you will ever see.
Love it.
An absolute machine running on and off and crazy.
Well, hats off to Westmount Kelsey's. Not a sponsor yet. All right, moving on.
Yet.
Laurier at Sab 215. Sherbs, let's start with you on this one.
So I think that we're going to see a lot of the issues that Laurier had against South against Sab, just because of that offensive line and defensive line size discrepancy. And Sab has Sweeney, right? Like, he's very, very talented. I think a lot of that team is getting healthier again, minus I think Connor Steery's still out, so get better soon, big boy. I think Sab wins this by a few scores pretty easily. I don't think this one's gonna be very close.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, Laurier, I was impressed with their speed this year from what I saw, which wasn't as much as I would have liked. SAB is too big, I think.
Yeah.
So it's Bulldogs.
I think Sab's finding their rhythm at the right time, coming in with 2 straight wins, able to squeak out a tough game last week, and that's good for coming into the playoffs. You want it. You're hoping for tight playoff games. So I'm a Bulldog believer in this one. Give me the Bulldogs.
Ron.
We saw this game at the start of the year in the Beefeater Classic.
Yeah.
And what popped for us was, holy cow, Sab's offensive line is massive.
Yeah.
Wow, Laurier's fast. Sab won that game. I think they're going to win this one too. Taking the Bulldogs.
Yeah. I'm always very impressed by the level of hype Coach K and the Laurier coaches can get their boys to. And it's always an exciting game, and you just how hyped they are on the. I think the only other sideline more excited usually is the CCH kids when they do get going the CCH chant, but that's just Kool-Aid. But I think, despite Laurier, coming in, I think you're right. Sab's got some dogs too, and I think they come out with the W on this one. And I'm going to take a quick tangent again here. Sean Cross, thanks for the love, brother, says wings for the London football TV crew anytime. So
That's a mistake.
That's a
I
big
know,
mistake,
like,
brother.
close to that
Yeah.
place.
Well, it's probably the little card where you get 5 free ones, right? But
No.
that's fine. I'll still order the large.
I'll slow them.
Challenge.
Trust
That's a
me.
challenge.
I think a live broadcast needs to be there.
I was just gonna say. I know the going for two guys do it from the clubhouse. Could we maybe do LFTV live from Westmount Kelsey's one time?
Some spin dip.
I know. Yeah.
Kelsey's spin dip
Yeah.
is elite.
We'd
Yeah,
have to get headsets
so
for
good.
all of you, which we'll work on the budget. And
But I will just say,
yeah.
you said, it's probably just a 5 free thing. I know Sean Cross. If he says something, he means it.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
guy. So,
yeah. Awesome. Malik N coming in with Roll Dogs
That's
coach
Najmi.
Dylan.
That's
Is that
Najmi.
not
Yeah, it's Najmi.
All right. And we're back. Joe's at Medway. Let's start with Ron on this one.
Yeah, I picked South as the first place team in that division. They had injuries. Medway, probably should have been my pick. No offense. I don't think this is going to be particularly close. I'm going with Cowboys.
I'm going to go Cowboys too. Let's go to you, Everett.
You guys smell that?
Oh, yeah.
Something in the air, I think, this week in Arva.
Is it burnt ram?
No, it's not burnt ram. And I know what you think. Oh, if there's something in the air in Arva, it must be coming from the flour mill. No. It's the Rams cooking up something special this week. Cooking up an upset. It's brewing. Okay? Medway, yes, they've been the talk of that division all season long. Rightfully so. No disrespect. The Rams, they've had a tough gauntlet of a season. That's a tough division. So it's, strength of schedule. Okay, yeah, they're 5-0. Who have they played? Okay. The Rams, they are coming off a tough game down to the wire against MTS, lost that game. Yes, the score wasn't favorable for the Rams against CCH, a very good CCH team. But if you're at that game, they did some good things. Their defense has been really good. And this is a big game for the overall program. So give me the Rams, all right? Roll Rams.
I like it. Joe?
Ron, no one's perfect, but you're right. Medway all the way. That one kid's really good. I can't be bothered to learn people's names.
Gower.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to say Cantor.
Hurricane, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Landry, pick one.
Yeah. Right.
There's a few of them.
Rice Douglas. Yeah, there's a few. Okay.
Yeah. Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, when I look at this game, right, obviously you try to look at who's the best players on the field. If there's a top 5 list on this game, I think they all play for Medway. Actually, 4 of them play for Medway. Gage Lincoln's pretty big stud. But unfortunately, I think that Medway has too many horses for the Rams to be able to keep up with. I think this one's going to be a pretty big score discrepancy, but, maybe 21, 28 to 6, 7.
Okay.
I gotta go. I can't
Wow.
You're right.
Come on. The amount. I'm a teacher, and I hear
Yeah.
enough of that during the day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had like 10 different kids do it to me at practice today.
All right. Curtis Carrera coming in saying, biggest upset coming up. If you could be more specific, sir, unless you're talking about this Oak Ridge at South game.
I think he's talking about CCA, the St. Joe's. St. Joe's Med.
I mean,
Give me the Rams.
choose your own adventure for
Yeah.
Curtis Carrera's comment here. So, Oak Ridge, again, I really liked seeing, because we've done a couple games. I've seen a few of their games this season so far, and I really liked the way your offense looked with Areza at the helm. Now, I know Z-Mark was none too pleased about the completion rating at the end of the game, but Mr. Marcus, I like how hard you are on yourself and your receivers. But I think if Areza can keep going, this game stays very interesting. I gonna give the edge here to South, but I think this is gonna be like a 21-14 game. Like I think it's gonna be somewhat close. So Ron,
I think it's a 1-point game. I think it's a 21-20 game.
woo.
And I'm taking the home team. I lone wolf.
It's
from
that
last
one
week.
password.
What's that password?
Yeah.
Which is like the home field.
Yeah, they play
For
there a lot.
somebody,
Yeah.
it's a home.
Somebody.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's just
South?
I'm taking South.
Okay, Everett.
This should be a tough matchup on or an even matchup on paper. Two teams, both 3-2 records. South's kind of, they were kind of teetering, good, not so good, good, not so good. Hopefully they're flipping towards the good in the playoffs. Oak Ridge, again, figuring it out a little bit. They've got their quarterback, where they got him from. Hey, that's for other people to decide. But I'm going to go in this one. Oak Ridge, no South selfies.
Okay. Oh, I like it. Joe, hit me with it.
It's nice to get a new quarterback halfway through the season. I think this is the best game of the week.
Yeah.
So I'm going South.
Okay, big South pick. Last one of the show here. Sure.
Hey, don't blame us for when Nate decided to end up getting eligible. Some coaches are more concerned with ineligibility than winning, so it's okay. I think it's a very tough matchup for both sides. Both of them are very, very strong in the trenches. Again, that's what I focus on, right? But when you look at this game, there's kind of two, key athletes on the offensive side of the ball on both sides. Where you have Drake Logan, could be Mr. Football, could be the top guy in the city. But then Nate Areza is his own X factor, right? He can throw the ball, run the ball, do what he needs to do. I think this comes down to who is going to be the most effective in the trenches. I'm sorry, I'm betting on myself here. I'm taking Oak Ridge.
Good.
All right. I mean, yeah.
I can't
Of course,
not-
you bet against yourself.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
sure about
Yeah.
that. So
I
it's
can't-
not
I
a known
can't- I can't-
factor.
I can't not bet on my guys. They're locked in.
This
They're
week.
ready
No,
to go.
yes, you can.
I don't it's going to take
Yeah.
it's going to take a Herculean effort on both teams to
All right.
decide the winner. But
Well-
I think we come out here.
Customer X coming in as our number 2 fan in the chat right now, saying don't underestimate the Oaks D line, which I think you've had a part.
I didn't coach, for them this summer, and we didn't win a provincial championship. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Again.
and I don't know why, but Sean Cross's comment and Curtis Carrera's were retracted by YouTube. That wasn't us, boys. I saw what you texted or put in there. There was nothing wrong with it. So anyway, fellas, I think that's all the picks for this week. Obviously, next week's show is going to be a little shorter because we'll have half the stuff to talk about. Mind you, who knows? Last week there was only 4 of us, and we went way longer than usual. So now Everett made an 8-minute monologue about the Rams, which I totally appreciate too. Right? It's all for the real.
Oh, Rams.
And a big
It's all for
hats
the-
off
it's for the content.
to our regular season top producer Ron Ferwerda with the 39 picks, successful here, and we'll get the little plaque thing engraved to the side here. So
You gonna
I
drink,
got a guy for that.
yeah. Oh, nice.
Are you gonna drink your Gatorade out of it?
No, that was
It-
Adams.
Oh.
No, that one's yours. But to be fair, somebody tried drinking out of this once, and it is
No.
not sealed, and
No,
it's very dusty at this point. So choose your own adventure. But again, hey, who knows? Maybe next week we're at Westmount Kelsey's, or maybe it might be kind of fun to do like the last broadcast there for
The
this
city
year.
finals
But,
preview. At
yeah, that'd be kind of
Kelsey's
cool.
there.
Yeah.
So get a kind of little wing-a-ling, little spin dip in us,
Yeah.
boys, and maybe get a live studio audience,
That'd
which
be
might be
sweet.
kind of
That'd
fun.
be great.
Yeah,
There
so,
will be hecklers.
Yeah,
Love it.
We
We're
need
here
Bring it
for it.
on.
And a Tuesday night would probably be okay. I was going to say Thursday's half price wing night, but that place would be mobbed, and we don't want to take
Yeah.
up too much space. But yeah, we'll get with you, Mr. Cross, if you're still watching. I think that'd be really cool to
That'd
do
be
it
awesome.
from there. I'll make sure we're all in headsets so everybody can hear, but because it'll be loud in there. But fellas, I appreciate you coming out on a Tuesday.
Oh, are we streaming? Are you streaming anything?
That's a good question. I will know by tomorrow. So if I'm going to stream any games, I will let everybody know / put it on YouTube so everybody knows too. So high potential for at least one Thursday game. Friday is a giant question mark right now. So
Tomorrow. We talked about that relegation potential. One of the games that plays a factor in that, huge factor, tomorrow, St. Joe's Juniors play at STA against STA Juniors, 11 a.m. kickoff there. So both teams should be fired up. for
great
that.
seating at STA too, with
Yes.
like the concrete thing on the one side that every school should have. But
If you're going,
Thanks, Canada Games.
right, yeah.
bring your rain gear.
Yeah,
Potentially there's rain in the
she's going to be
forecast.
mucky this week, but I think that's great. Well, fellas, appreciate you again, and for you guys watching at home, or if you're rewatching this later, appreciate you from London Football TV. For Serve, Joe, Everett, Coach Ron, I'm Adam Melrose, and it's been a pleasure as always.